For most aspiring wholesalers, earning $1 million a year wholesaling houses seems like a pipe dream. But when you break it down, it's more attainable than you might think. Think about it this way. If you earned $20,000 per deal, you would only need to wholesale about 4 houses a month to earn $1 million in a year, which doesn't seem that impossible at all. So if you want to make $1 million a year in reality, this is a video for you. I'd like to share with you 5 crucial tips that can help you get there. But first, if you don't know me, I'm Jerry Norton. I make millions of dollars a year wholesaling and flipping houses. And here on my YouTube channel, I show you how to do the same. So if you want to be a flipping genius like me and live your dream life, subscribe to my channel and watch my videos. Tip number 1 is to accept full and complete responsibility for your results. You are exactly where you are today because of you, and it's no one else's fault. Not your boss, not your business partner, not the market or economy, and definitely not your spouse or parents. If you think you're an exception because of your unique life challenges, then you are being a victim and not taking responsibility for your life, as harsh as that sounds. Because here's the truth, no matter how bad you have it, someone has it worse. And no matter how big your obstacles or the odds are against you, someone else has overcome bigger challenges, so your situation is not unique. Take responsibility right now for your own success. Own it all. Wholesaling is a multi-billion-dollar industry. How many of those transactions will be yours this year? I have a motto I try to live by. Pray like it all depends on God and work like it all depends on me. The path to $1 million a year wholesaling houses is up to you and no one else. Tip number 2 is in the beginning of your wholesaling journey, invest your time before you invest your money. Don't shortcut the work to really learn the business. Some aspiring wholesalers fail because they spend too much too early and they force growth too quickly. For example, when it comes to paying for lead generation, I believe in the beginning it's better to first learn how to find deals using free or low-cost marketing methods before you start spending money on marketing. Before you hire a cold caller or a sales rep, first learn how to personally close sellers on the phone. If you're a flipper, first learn how to raise 100% of the money for a deal before using your own money. Like I said, most aspiring wholesalers and flippers are set up to fail because they don't want to put in the full time and the full work to master the business. They think they can somehow skip the process of mastery. The beginning is always the hardest because you're doing everything yourself and you have to juggle so much, but that's normal. I believe you can do about 2 to 3 deals as a solo operator. And I did a video which breaks down in detail how to wholesale houses if you have time but no money. I'll put the link to that video in the description below for you. In the beginning, I suggest you reinvest at least 50% of your revenue back into the business. Now, this could be for tools, marketing, and/or advanced coaching. Then once you've gotten a handful of transactions under your belt, you're ready to scale from a one-person wholesaler to a team by hiring an acquisitions manager to close deals with sellers and then a dispo manager to close deals with cash buyers. But not until you're really dialed in your processes and you're ready. Tip number 3 is to really learn acquisitions well. Your biggest priority as a wholesaler is to constantly generate new seller leads every single day. Now, to do that, you need to know how to talk to those sellers and how to make cash offers, and you need to know how to close sellers and how to get written contracts. Around 80% of your day should be spent generating new business. The $1 million producers understand this and are masters at finding and securing discounted properties. I recently did a video where I outlined how to use a free software called Propwire to generate leads. I showed the exact list to search, how to skip trace and get phone numbers, and you literally can do 3 to 5 deals a month with almost no money if you follow exactly what I show in that video. I'll put the link in the description below for you to watch it later. Now, in order to do 3 to 5 deals a month consistently, I believe you need to make a minimum of 5 offers a day. Make that your benchmark for acquisitions. Remember, you have no control over whether sellers will say yes to your low offers, but you do have control over how often you give sellers the opportunity to say yes to your lowball offers. At the end of the day, wholesaling is a numbers game. The more offers you make, the more deals you'll do, and the more money you'll make. This means you'll need to embrace your inner salesperson. Don't be a secret wholesaler. It's not profitable, and it certainly won't result in $1 million year. Wholesaling is a contact sport and requires you put yourself out there to the world. Tip number 4 is to be prepared to close deals. There are 4 resources you must have at your disposal. Failure to be great at these 4 things will handicap your success. The first is scripts. Scripts are simply questions that lead to a close. Now I have scripts for agents, scripts for sellers, scripts for cold calling, scripts for cash buyers, and I'll give them all to you for free. Links are in the description below. These scripts are proven, powerful, and personalized to my unique gifts and my unique talents and personality. I suggest you download them, role play with someone, and while doing so, modify and personalize them for your own style. Now, the next resource you need at your disposal is a good seller contract. Once a seller verbally says yes to your offer, you need to get it in writing. Without a written contract, you don't actually have a deal. Now, I've been improving and updating my seller contract for almost 20 years. It's custom to wholesaling and addresses every possible scenario you might encounter, and I'll give it to you for free. You know the drill, link in the description. The third thing you need is a proof of funds letter. Now, since you'll be making cash offers, having a proof of funds letter helps sellers feel more confident in your offer. When making cash offers on market, a proof of funds letter is mandatory since agents will require it with your offer. Now, I'll tell you in a minute how to get a custom proof of funds letter. The fourth resource you must have is an assignment agreement. Now, this is a document you'll use to wholesale your deals to cash buyers. And just like with sellers, without a written executed agreement with your cash buyers, you don't actually have a deal. I'll also give you this for free, link in the description. When it comes to using these 4 resources in conjunction with each other, be sure to check out my wholesaling and house flipping software called Flipster. What's great about Flipster is it's an all-in-one software for organizing, managing, and streamlining all of the steps to wholesaling houses, including digital contracts. And if you're a pro or prime level subscriber, you get unlimited custom proof of funds letters for as many deals as you want. To test drive Flipster for free, go to joinflipster.com. Tip number 5 is to strategically build your business. To become a $1 million wholesaler, it's not about doing deals. It's about building a business that does deals. Don't pursue a $1 million income, pursue a $1 million business model. Now, this requires you build momentum. Everything is harder in the beginning, so always keep a long-term perspective. Your 10th deal will be 10 times easier than your first deal, and your 100th deal will be 100 times easier than your 10th deal. That's momentum. The problem is momentum is boring. Wholesaling is boring. It's transactional. After a while, it's easy to get bored with the same process over and over again. In his book, Atomic Habits, James Clear writes, "The greatest threat to success is not failure, but boredom." We get bored with habits because they stop delighting us. The outcome becomes expected, and as our habits become ordinary, we start derailing our progress to seek novelty. Look, $1 million wholesalers develop good habits and discipline in the first place, but most importantly, they stick to it consistently even when it's boring. Consistent success comes only from doing what you don't want to do when you don't want to do it and at the highest level. And bonus number 6 is to not do it alone. Don't just invest in learning the mechanics of wholesaling, but also how to build a wholesaling business. Now, I'm preaching to the choir because you're watching this video, but YouTube University is a powerful resource. Here on my YouTube channel, I put all of my videos by topic in my playlist so that you can really go deep on anything you want to learn. I also recommend you get my 8-week Academy training program. It breaks down the entire business in easy-to-learn video modules. There are even quizzes to make sure you're comprehending the material. Now, I used to sell this program for $1,500, but you can get it for free at 8weekacademy.com. But don't just be a consumer, be a doer. Now, finally, you can really shorten your learning curve and strengthen your earning curve through Premier Coaching. Not getting advanced coaching was a big mistake I made early in my career. I made so many mistakes that I could have avoided if I would have seen the value in a good coaching program. Once I started investing in coaching, my success skyrocketed. When you're ready for personal advanced coaching, be sure to check out my elite mentoring program called Fast Track. Just go to fasttrackwithjerry.com. Honestly, earning $1 million a year wholesaling houses really comes down to having a clear and intentional plan to get there. I love what Brian Tracy said. A person of average intelligence with clear goals will run circles around a genius who is not sure what he or she really wants. So if you're serious about becoming a $1 million producer, be sure to watch a masterclass video series I did where I break it down in detail. Here's the playlist. Watch that now, and if you haven't, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next video.